No fast editing, just straight value, so let's get to it. And today we're going to talk about some of the brands you should be studying for your email marketing, and I will also show you how to spy on them, how to see the emails they're currently sending to their list, okay? So the very first brand I want to talk about here, and this is one brand that is getting a lot of eyeballs in the email marketing space, even though some of their emails are not my favorite, but I do think it's great. It's a brand called Byte. You probably have heard of it, and for example, on this email, I would personally put the image here and the copy on top. As we all know, this is a pretty basic, role for email marketing. And the footer is not really my favorite at all, but generally, this brand makes good emails, and you should be studying them, okay? The next one is Focal. I think that's how you pronounce it. This brand does simple emails that I personally like, and simplicity, it's basically the thing that makes the sale, okay? The email needs to be super easy to understand, okay? Do not overcomplicate with design. Keep things simple. Now, this next one, it's a brand that I don't see a lot of people talk about, but I personally think this is one of the brands that are doing a phenomenal job when it comes to email marketing specifically. And when I say email marketing specifically, I'm talking about really everything, especially when it comes to the emails themselves, okay? And this is Create. This is like a creatine gummy, and you should study these emails. You should see every single email they send, specifically design-based. I don't really know much about text-based, but yeah, you should study them because these guys they're doing a phenomenal job. And this, for example, is a perfect email. Like, there's nothing wrong about it, okay? And pretty much most of their emails are perfect. So yeah, you should study this brand, okay? Right. The next one is Brass. Also really good when it comes to email marketing. I think, when it comes to the most important thing on email marketing, which is the layout of the emails, these two brands are very similar. They do what works. And yeah, Brass is also one of the best when it comes to email marketing, and you should definitely study it, okay? Next one is Feels. Again, pretty simple. This email is a perfect example of how you should be making email marketing super stupid simple. I love the footer, simple as well. I mean, simplicity is, the most important thing here, okay? Dr. Squatch, I'm not going to talk much about this. This is probably the best in the game, so not much to talk about it here. Magic Spoon, I'm going to speed things up a little bit. I mean, great as well. I mean, this is one of those brands that can mix complex design a little bit with easy to understand email. So yeah, it's a really good brand to study as well. Grunz, honestly, I'm actually going to talk a little bit about this one because I am personally not a big fan of it. They have great emails, but generally speaking, I kind of feel like this is a very corporate-like brand, and they should focus more on the human side, if that makes sense. I know this sounds kind of general, but the way they do things, it's very corporate, and that always damages revenue. For example, Dr. Squatch is a much bigger brand, and they do it right. They make it feel like natural. It's a natural thing. Grunz, it's a little bit different. But yeah, generally they have some good emails, in my opinion, okay? Next one is Magic Mind. This is my all-time favorite brand for email marketing, simply because they focus more on copy than really anything else, and their copy is great. So yeah, you should definitely study this brand. And also, their design is just clean. It's super clean and simple, and that's what works, okay? And the last one is Olipop. You probably know Olipop. Honestly, I don't really know much about this brand, but I have seen some emails from it, and it's great. Now, I'm going to show you how to spy on these brands, okay? So you're going to have to go to a brand, an app or a website, call it Millet, and you're going to basically pretty much search whatever brand You want, for example, create. Let's look at create. Creatine, wellness. Let me put wellness. There we go. This one, trycreate.com. So this is the one I was talking about. Look at their emails. I don't really like, this is not a great text-based email. You shouldn't do this, but like I said, specifically about design emails, design-based emails. Like, this is great stuff, as you can see here. Like, it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I mean, I really like the buttons as well. I have these exact same buttons on my website. It's not because of that, but yeah, like they do a phenomenal job here. There's one about Amazon, which I have never seen this before. Like, people actually promoting Amazon on the main. That's interesting. But the email is great, right? And you can see that even this little touch with the GIFs. You know, it's like, this is a perfect brand for email marketing. Like, they do a phenomenal job again. Let's search now brands. And by the way, you can follow these brands. You can see, just click here. I'm currently following it, so I'm not gonna unfollow. But let's go to brands. Again, you can see all their emails. And the cool thing about brands is that they do both design and text-based emails phenomenally well. I hope that's a good way to say it. But they are really, really good. In fact, they started doing this thing which is called a magic button. So you can see it here. I wanted to show you a better example, but it's basically this magic button. So you have the CTA and then the magic button, and a lot of people start to copying that. Myself as well, myself included, and it works. Like, it gets more how do I say, more click rates, which is really, really good, right? So yeah, their emails are just super simple and clean and straightforward. I mean, this is phenomenal stuff. And again, great brand to study both text-based and design-based. I know people focus mostly on the design-based, but the text-based ones are the emails that bring you the most revenue if you know how to play the game properly, okay? Let's go to the last one, Dr. Squatch, because why not? This is going to be the last example that I'm going to show you. I'm currently following Dr. Squatch, as you can see, and, you know, what can you say? Like, their emails are just amazing. I am a big fan of their emails, and they just do a phenomenal job. Also, oh, let me see this. This is a, oh, that's cool. Sign me up on text. That's really cool. Okay. Yeah, like, this is great stuff. Like simple, straightforward. I also love, look at these emails. So simple, man. Like, I also love the footer they have with the triangle effect. This is perfection. This is how I do my footers too. I changed them a little bit, but it's perfect, okay? All right, I'm gonna give you, how do I say this? I'm going to show you now a honorable mention. And this is a brand that I'm not really a big fan of the emails themselves, but they do marketing really well. And this is True Classic. True Classic. I think it's the same thing. I'm currently following them. And yeah, if you have like a clothing brand, you should study this brand. Because again, like, every brand is different in terms of really anything. But for example, I'm not really a big fan of these image heavy type emails, but this is what works on a clothing brand. And True Classic is a really good example for clothing brands. Okay, so you should study it. So yeah, go to millet.com and search for some of the brands I talked about here. For example, you can see Grunz, Magic Spoon, Magic Mind. Let's go see Grunz here. Grunz, by the way, they do a phenomenal job on the text-based emails too. No, it's not Grunz. It's not Grunz. Yeah, it's probably a different brand. But anyways, you can see their emails, and you know it's good. You know, they are good, but they could improve a lot more, in my opinion. But that's just me. Some people say they're like one of the best. I personally don't agree with that, but it's great stuff. You should definitely study it. All right, so that's it. Thank you very much for watching this entire thing. Hope you liked it. And yeah, if you understand how the best of the best do things, you can't just implement it into your brand. You need to know how to do that, obviously, but you can take inspiration from it and use it to your brand and make a shit ton of money. Because realistically speaking, most of the time in marketing, you are stealing ideas from other people because there's nothing new under the sun, okay? People are doing what works, especially these big brands. And I do that a lot of times, and it makes money to my clients, and it works. So yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and wish you an amazing rest of the day.